Welcome back on this historic occasion. For over 6 decades, this has been the original home of television here in Australia. But the lights are about to be turned off for the final time as we relocate to new studios.
The building is known as TCN, and it's where we've broadcast plenty of historic moments.
Station TCN presents This is Television.
Good evening and welcome to television.
Welcome to A Current Affair.
When major stories break, no matter where in the world, they all feed through one tower, TCN. In the last 64 years, we've seen heartbreaking, heartwarming and life-changing reports, all at the hands of the team based at Willoughby.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Oh my God.
Obviously a major malfunction.
The dramatic end of the war in Vietnam. A tank from Hanoi bulldozed its way into the South's presidential palace.
Dozens of fans who will never forget that here is where John Lennon lived, and cannot forget it is here that he died.
Lennon's Australian fans will remember him through the music he left behind. But the feelings of public outrage at his murder haven't taken long to surface, and it's clear already that John Lennon is a man who won't be quickly forgotten.
Police, park rangers and Aboriginal trackers continued searching around the rock early today. It's the height of the tourist season in Central Australia, and volunteer tourists joined officials in the grim search for the baby girl, or the dingo dog, thought to have taken her on Sunday night from her parents' tent.
There wasn't time to go and tell people. I just yelled out, has anyone got a torch? The dingo's got my baby.
The promise of the death of the Berlin Wall couldn't come soon enough for these young West Germans, and armed with picks and hammers, they started the demolition job themselves. Then, down it came, the moment so many of these people had waited for nearly 30 years.
It was the miracle few, if any, truly expected. But just before dawn, it happened, live beneath the tons of rubble. Those few faint murmurs brought the tired rescuers to a silent and hopeful halt. A fireman's shout answered by a tired man's voice. Ski instructor Stuart Diver was alive.
French police rushed to the accident in central Paris just after midnight, unaware inside the mangled wreckage, arguably the most famous woman in the world. Diana, Princess of Wales, was in the back seat of the Mercedes-Benz.
Goodbye, England's rose, may you ever grow in our hearts.
A family's grief unites the world as Diana is laid to rest.
America was under attack, New York was the front line, and the World Trade Center, famous twin symbol of American prosperity, was on fire. It was already crowded with some of the 50,000 people who worked at the complex. 19 minutes later, it became brutally clear this was no accident. The incredible sight of the second passenger jet heading straight into the second tower, setting off a huge explosion.
Guys, this is horrendous. I've never seen anything like it. It's huge, it's scary.
The Sari Club and Paddy's nightclub had just been rocked by 2 explosions.
It's an LPG container, there's people dead, there's everything. I just don't believe what happened here tonight. Ground zero.
People come here to escape, but there was no escaping this. Abandoned ship. The tsunami striking at 10 in the morning, just as many tourists were heading out to the water. Instead, it came to them in the most deadly way.
Anyone that had anything along the beachfront is just completely wiped out.
It was as quick as it was massive, measuring up to 10 metres high, a wall of water coming in at frightening speed.
For a fortnight, the entire country has felt like it knew them. So, meet Todd Russell and Brant Webb.
Here they come.
There it is. They're back.
Oh my goodness, look at them.
We have just learnt in the last 30 seconds that Michael Jackson has been taken by ambulance from his home to hospital in Los Angeles.
Good afternoon. The world is reeling from the death this morning of the King of Pop, Michael Jackson.
He was just 50 years old, and in the city where he died, Los Angeles, fans are taking up a vigil to remember one of the most influential and controversial entertainment figures of our time.
The voice of an angel and the star quality that comes along once in a generation. But tonight, the music world is mourning the sudden death of troubled singer Whitney Houston.
That voice so perfect. This is how she'll always be remembered.
Good morning. We're going to take you to breaking news out of Sydney this morning, where there are reports of an armed man holding hostages in a Martin Place cafe. There are grave fears for 239 passengers and crew on a Malaysia Airlines flight which has gone missing between Kuala Lumpur and Beijing.
Malaysia Airlines says it's working with authorities at the moment who have started a massive search and rescue operation.
Overnight, a Malaysia Airlines jetliner has crashed in Ukraine.
Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 crashed in eastern Ukraine in the Donetsk region.
What an extraordinary way to begin this new year and this new decade. We are here, which has been the headquarters of the firefight on this part of the coast. And as we go to air right now, thousands of people are stranded along the New South Wales and Victorian coastlines.
It's been confirmed a mystery virus sweeping the world is contagious between humans.
PC Standby, TCN is off air for the final time. The home of television's final live show, signing off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, TCN off air.